Well, guys, we made it. Rockhound Connections and Events has hooked us up with Diamond Hill Mine. Diamond Hill Mine has been flipping dirt for us for a couple days, and there's been a little bit of fresh rain. So we're gonna have some nice crystals poking up at us, guys. This is the best crystal mine in South Carolina. It's probably the best crystal mine or quartz crystal mine in the southern region outside of Arkansas. You can find things like amethyst, Smokey quartz, druzy quartz, quartz with iron oxide coatings, and quartz with manganese coatings, and even aquamarines. So we'll see what we can find today. A few people are here already, but the dig doesn't start for another like half hour or so. So we're just gonna putz around and see what the dealio is, and then get to the action. Oh yeah. All right, so people have been asking me, what tools do we need at Diamond Hill Mine? Well, it's pretty good for everybody, guys. So bring the kids, bring the adults, and bring newspaper. Newspaper is the pro tip here, guys. You're gonna have some really neat crystal points. They're gonna be in some dirt. Leave the dirt on them, wrap them in newspaper, and get them home and wash them. The reason I say that, don't wash them here, and also to have the newspaper so that they don't get damaged. Damaged crystal points are not as pretty, guys. So, newspaper. So it looks like all this stuff right here is nice and freshly flipped. From what I understand, they flipped a bunch of piles for us and then kind of made them so that, not too many people are getting them, so we'll have some nice fresh dirt. Generally, when you walk up to one of these piles, you're going to notice there's some rocks on it. So check them, and if there's any crystal faces poking through the mud, or if there's any shape like a crystal face, then maybe keep it, and if not, chuck it. And then you just kind of repeat the process with as many rocks as you can find. Start with the big rocks. Big rocks are good because sometimes you can get things that are like 50, 60 pounds and covered in crystals here. So, I mean, you really want to look at the big stuff first and then move down to the smaller stuff. Whenever there's fresh rain, you're looking for dark windows. You'll see crystal faces that are dark on the inside because they're covered in mud. And that's what you want to find when it's nice and freshly rained here. That's going to be your best bet. Great. And some people like to dig holes. You can see there's a hole right there. Someone dug that hole, and it looks like they were sifting right on that part there. And sifting can be good here. You can find a lot of crystals that way. It does sometimes take a lot of time. So I like to do surface collecting first because this is a really, really large mine. And they even have a little creek in the back over there that you're allowed to go to wash your crystals and stuff. So I'm gonna, as soon as they open up, I'm gonna run around and do as much surface hunting as I can, cover as much ground as possible. And then if I find that I like a spot, then maybe I'll sit there later. But first I need to see the whole surface. That's my strategy here at this mine. Guys, check your big rocks. If something like that pops out, keep the rock, take it home. That's a big crystal for here. Rockhound Connections and Events out here showing up big at the Diamond Hill Mine, guys. Come on out and see us. Check out Rockhound Connections and Events on Facebook. They dug some huge trenches back here for us, guys. Had to really climb down into this hole. And there's some good stuff down here, guys. That is a really large crystal for this locality. And there's 2 terminations there, so that's pretty sweet. I also found a small double terminated crystal down here, so we're in the pay right now, guys. This is good stuff. All right, guys. Well, there is amethyst here. There's really no question about it. We've got some nice purple crystal here. Generally, the ones I find are about this size, but I've seen bigger ones. But amethyst is pretty rare at this mine, but it certainly is here. I got out there pretty quick, and I've got pretty much a whole 5-gallon bucket worth of clusters and points. And that's what Diamond Hill is for. Nice, fresh, flipped stuff with lots of crystals in it. Who's to say how good any of it is until it gets washed off? But that's how this place works. Okay, so this isn't related, but look at these cool mushrooms on this log. Ever seen something like that? That's pretty fancy. Diamond Hill Mine fungus. There's the machine. And here's Rockhound Connections and Events going crazy like ants on meat. My friend here has found a large rock with crystal faces showing. We've handed him the plastic spades so that he doesn't scratch up the crystals. If you're digging with a metal spade like this, you're gonna scratch up your crystals. So it might be good to have a plastic one for some of your more detailed digging. And that is a really good thing. Big S-wing here. Great tool. Well, guys, he dug it on out. There's some crystals showing right there. And basically, when you feel the mud, you can feel it's nice and sharp over here, so there's crystals there too. I like to come in barehanded, but also I'm bleeding, so maybe don't take my advice. But good job, bud.
Thank you.
I'm happy. That's purple.
It's the majestic.
That's a nice big chunk of amethyst. There might be some crystals right here. I'm seeing some terminations. Woo! Newspaper.
Y'all really doing it.
Front yard.
Over this way. I just want to make sure. Tell them about it and get back over here. Alright, we gotta go that way. Because there's somebody over here digging.
Maybe we do need straps.
Just deep. Alright, 2 more, we'll be there. 1, 2, 3.
I dug a big boulder way down there in the hole where you saw me a minute ago. We just rolled it up this hill and down this hill. Then we need to roll it up that hill and down the other side into that cart and then up into my truck. That's a big rock.
Like 200.
We're getting the early footage over here. Rubber arms over here.
What did I say when I left? You were already here. What did I say when you left, though? I can't come back if you're already here. I was running and I was trying to stop. Did I or did I not? Yeah, well, your drama's not my drama. Yeah, a lot going on in me emotionally.
I'll roll it.
Here we go.
You got this, guys.
Isn't there an old Greek myth about some guy that rolls a rock uphill?
Yes. It's like rolling, it's like pushing a boulder up the hill. That's what I equate having children to.
Almost there.
We're almost there, you guys.
Might be able to lift it and just chunk it over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's the hard part. Heck yeah. We did it. We got it over the second hill. That's like 250 pounds. That gets to go in the cart for the rest of the way. Oh, thank God for a trail and a cart. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
This guy's the man.
Oh, stop. 1, 2, 3. No, stop. Let me try to get this corner. Balance out. Here you go over there. All right. Over here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the hard part's over now.
This is the small hill. We did it. She's riding shotgun on the tarp. Holy crap. I can't believe we just did that. What is that, 200 yards uphill? Holy crap. Wow. Critter cameo, we got a ladybug in the hole. Neat. Nice dark red. Wait. Ooh, it's only got 4 dots. I wonder what that means. Alright guys, day's coming to a close. We've had a lot of fun. Got a whole bucket there. A whole bucket here. Including a really big cluster. This is what I just found on the ground, guys. Surface collecting. When everything's been flipped, guys, surface collecting is the way to go. I don't know how good any of this stuff is because I'm going to take it home and wash it with my Ryobi pressure washer. But I know I got a whole bunch of stuff. So my odds are pretty good. Even got these two. So my odds are pretty good. I'm going to find something good. And the fun part is I'm going to come tomorrow. See if I can find some more when there's a few less people here. Maybe I'll look up in that pit over there. Today we were over there, right over that ledge where they dug some really nice big deep trenches for us in the bottom. So yeah, check out Rockhound Connections and Events on Facebook and stay tuned for the rest of this. People might ask, where do you camp when you stay at Diamond Hill Mine? Well, I camp at Calhoun Falls State Park. It's a little bit more expensive than some places, at least for the RV camping. I think they have some primitive camping that might be cheaper. But the reason I come here, guys, is for the facilities. At Diamond Hill Mine, you saw me moving rocks today and getting all these rocks. I'm covered in mud. The showers in here are nice and high pressure. I don't know if there's anyone in there, so I'm not going in with a camera, but showers. Yay, Calhoun Falls State Park. Another beautiful day waking up on this lake. It's a really gigantic lake. I drove 45 minutes, and I'm pretty sure this is the same body of water I was sleeping next to over the weekend. So it's a pretty huge lake out here in between the Graves Mountain and Diamond Hill. But yeah, another beautiful morning on adventure. I'm excited. One more day today at Diamond Hill, and then I'm off to go get some sapphires and then maybe some shark teeth. How exciting. All right, guys, so this is what Diamond Hill Mine looks like usually on a Tuesday at 9 o'clock at opening time. So there's the 3 or 4 customer vehicles here. And so it's going to be a lot more mellow. I won't be tripping all over everybody. Yesterday, I kind of ended up in a hole for most of the day, but there was still some good surface collecting to be done. I made a little bit more room in the truck so I can fill 1.5 more buckets or so. So yeah, I'm going to be working on that today. I'm going to see if I can find any of those other crystals that they have around here that people talk about, aquamarine and garnets and epidotes. So I'm going to putz around and see if I can find any small trophies laying on the surface today. That's the idea. All right, I'm not sure if you can see very well, but you got these sparkly guys just kind of all over everything. That stuff's called mica. It's a crystal with a singular cleavage, meaning that it breaks only in a flat way, but it's very shiny. A lot of people think, oh, look, it's gold, but no, it's just some shiny mica. Well, guys, this is what they call the upper pit, or the aquamarine pit. It's by this big tree. Parking lot's over there. A lot of piles over here to look through. And sometimes they find aquas over here, but not often and not large, but they can be found. Here's a good example of the mica. They form in little books like this, and you can just, they come off in flakes. Neat. Well, guys, here's the creek. The creek is the property line, so don't go past the creek, but you're allowed to go in the creek, cool off if you want. There's a lot of nice shade over here. But yeah, you can wash your crystals in there, whatever you want. All right, guys, there's a crystal face showing right here in this mud clod. Wow. That's skeletal growth right there where it's got all those little triangles. Nice, and there's another point right here, Smokey. All right, well, we'll see what that looks like all cleaned up later, I guess. Neato, you want to leave some of that mud to protect your crystal. And today's critter cameo is this little caterpillar. He was inching along. When I noticed him, he got a little scared. Now he's hiding, but that's okay. He's still there. Neat little bug. Alrighty, so after 2 days at Diamond Hill, this is pretty much what I got, guys. Some pretty sweet specimens here. This one was pretty neat here. I like the crystals there, nice and shiny, good condition. This is the typical iron oxide stain that we see. Lots and lots. These are the ones that I put an iron out here. That one, that one. This one's really cool. That was my big crystal. Those ones got some iron out. These two didn't. I really like this one. That was a fun crystal. It's got like a little golden inclusion in that top crystal. I don't know what that is. Kind of cool. And this nice druzy plate. I really like that one. A lot of smalls. A couple more nice clusters. These were cool. That one's all cleaned up now. Freaking sweet. Like little layers of crystals around the main crystal. This was the double terminated one with the sidecar there. Cool. And a lot of nice medium clusters. Here's the amethyst. This one has these really neat crystals there, and then all of that's the nice purple. Couple of more nice big chunks here. And this guy right here, really nice manganese, really nice iron oxide, really nice crystals. This whole side here is all kind of like rehealed, recrystallized, real sparkly. A couple of more nice softball kind of sized clusters there. And then of course there's the big one outside. All right, so here's what everyone wanted to see. Here's what the big boulder looks like. It's got a pocket there. It's got a pocket here. It's got a nice big pocket here. A little bit there. There's the back of it. There's the other side. The bottom really didn't have a whole lot either. But yeah, nice big crystal pocket. There's some cool stuff going on in here. So yeah, that's the boulder, guys. Alrighty guys, so that's what I got from the Diamond Hill Mine, guys. So that was Diamond Hill Mine with Rockhound Connections and Events. Check them out on Facebook, guys, and join your local rock and mineral clubs to find more field trip ideas like this. And check out my YouTube page because I've got a lot more videos about a lot more mines that you guys can check out here in the United States. Support American mines, miners, and minerals. Follow your dreams and have an amazing day.